Hi guys, it's MC here. Welcome to my palette collection video. This is just my palette collection. So this is most of it here already that you can see. I've got some in a drawer down here and I'll move the camera later when I go through that stuff. I won't be doing a declutter today because I did do a small declutter before, and I also want to go through some palettes that I'm not sure if I want to declutter or not. It's not really it's not to show them off or anything like that. It's literally just showing you what I've got, so it's like a baseline for any other products I get, any other products I review. So in this little section here, I have my Makeup Obsession palettes. So I have London's Calling, which is this colour story here. Really pretty, except for these shades are a little bit funny sometimes. I don't like those greens aren't the best, and they're the reason I bought the palette more than anything. But the shimmers are lovely, and I do like the red, this lovely matte red that works quite well. And the shimmers are really pretty, and the bronze is really nice. So yeah, nice colour story overall. Just wish those greens worked a tiny bit better than they do. It takes a little bit more effort than normal to blend those. Then I have Feels, which are my bigger palettes. Because I used to buy these palettes, because they're £10 each. I used to buy them 3 for 2 in Boots, so I get 3 for £20. But anyway, yeah, this one's really pretty. I really like the shimmers in this one. It's mostly shimmers. It's literally got these formats here. Everything else is a shimmer, but the shimmers are so pretty in this palette. Like, everything is so pretty. Very neutral, but yeah, I really like this palette, and it's one of my favourite ones to Makeup Obsession. Definitely the one I would mostly recommend if you do like neutral palettes. Then I've got Love Is My Drug. This is slightly more pinky, but still quite neutral. Again, really pretty. Really enjoy this. Just lovely packaging, lovely shimmers. Again, like some of these shimmers are lovely. A few more mattes in this palette compared to the other one. And then I've got In the Neon Jungle. I love this palette. It's so pretty. It's got some lovely colours, lovely vibrant colours. These two are quite similar on the eye. There's not much difference between them. I do really enjoy this palette. I like the colours in here. Again, these two shimmers are quite similar, but I just really like the looks I've made with this palette before. I haven't used it in a while though, so I need to pick this one back up, but it's so pretty. Then I've got the So Dope palette, which has more greens and blues, and yeah, again, I really like the colours in this one. I like the formula of this one. It all works quite well. Previously, when I've tried their deeper shades like this before, they've not been the best, but that was actually quite good for this palette. So they definitely improved it a bit in this one. And yeah, just overall, I like the whole colour story of this one. Then we've got Dream with a Vision, which is more of a pastel palette. This actually does have some depth, nice, which is quite nice, but it's very pastel-y, very pretty. Love the shimmers again, nice mattes. And these blues mostly blend quite well. Not the best ever, but they do a good enough job. And like I said, only £10 for the palette, so not the end of the world. Then I got Life Is a Party. This is one of my older ones. I really like this colour story though, specifically like the purples with the more like neutrally pinky kind of tony kind of colours. I think it's really lovely, and a nice black to add some depth to the palette. And I love the purple shimmers. The only one that I don't really like very much is Firework up here, which is meant to be like a topper kind of shade, but it just doesn't really perform amazingly. Then I have Be the Game Changer, which is also another old palette. This is just warm tone and half cool tone kind of thing. And again, Edge Out is like a toppery kind of shade, and again, I don't really like it that much, but apart from that, I love the shades in this. They work really well. Overall, pretty good. I have All You Have Is Now, which is basically, neutral palette with Pop Blue. And I wish this, at least the matte, probably wasn't there, because I just don't like that shade very much. I do like the shimmers that Zen and Universe, they're quite nice, but the actual matte blue just does not blend very well. And this is my least favourite out of my Makeup Obsession palettes. Okay, now I've got this section. So I've got just some Too Faced, Zoeva, KVD, Pat McGrath, a few singles, not really singles, but singles, and Revolution. So I've got the Too Faced chocolate bar. I got this one in TK Maxx for about £25, and I would definitely spend £25 on this, but I would never spend, I think, £40. As a neutral palette that was only £25 to me, it's pretty good. So next I have my Zoeva palettes. So these I got from TK Maxx as well for about £6 to £7, I believe, and I really like these. So I have Electric Eyes. This is my favourite one, absolutely beautiful. I really love the packaging, beautiful, and the colour story is stunning, and the quality of the shades are lovely. I would definitely spend the full £20 for this one. However, I'm so glad I got it for £6. Beautiful palette. These two are very interesting shades. I really love the whole colour story of this one. Could use maybe a bit more difference in these two mattes, but they're different enough on the eye, definitely, to get a little bit of depth, but they could have, just maybe one darker matte to deepen it even more. Then I have the Premier palettes, which again, lovely packaging on this one. And these aren't too thick, they're quite thin actually, so it means better for travel and things like that. And again, this is a beautiful colour story. Again, another one I would definitely spend the full £20 on. Again, I wish these would be slightly more different, but yeah, overall again, just really love the shades in this. The shimmers are beautiful. Really lovely shade up here especially, and that green is lovely as well, so definitely enjoy this one. Then I've got the Heritage palette, another one I would again spend full money on, because I love the jewel tones in here. I love these kind of grungy, dusty kind of shades, and this one definitely does have more depth to it, which is really nice as well. And like the mauviness, and then also like the kind of dirty golds. It's really, yeah, it's really pretty again. Love this palette. And I've got Artisto. This is where it gets a bit more like missing a few things for me to actually pay the full price, but I'm glad I got this for £6. But I definitely wouldn't have paid £20 for this. Really nice mattes though, and nice like shimmers, but they're just not as impactful as the other palettes. Though this one is still pretty. This is definitely one that like even if it was like what, like £5 off, like at £15 I probably would get it. I was just lucky enough to be able to get it for a lot cheaper than that. And then these two are definitely ones I wouldn't pay any more than £6 for. So offline, pretty much 3 of these shades don't really do much. I use this one for my brows, luckily, but like these two are like pretty much exactly the same. And then this is not much different either. I just wish those were a bit more different. Again, shimmers are lovely, this shade is lovely, and so is the purple and this blue. Really pretty shades there. But just overall, yeah, I just wish there was just something more to it. But it does work very well. It's like still good quality, it's just, yeah, just not as amazing. Especially the top row is just a bit bland compared to how lovely and colourful the bottom row is. And then my least favourite palette from Zoeva, which is, yeah, just awful, honestly. I can only use half the shades. So the pastels that are like matte pastels, like these ones, the actual matte ones are beautiful. They do work really well for pastels. And same with this one here. But then you've got satiny shades, and they do nothing. A bit rubbish, honestly. Don't really have enough shine. I don't know. That's the one I'm just like, oh, Zoeva palettes I'm just not that happy with. Then I have the KVD Vegan Beauty Edge of Reality palette. This is one of my favourite palettes I've bought recently. It's so beautiful. Like the shimmers are lovely, the mattes are lovely. Like the only complaint I'd ever have with this one is like maybe these two could have been slightly different. Like again, one of these could have been a really deep matte or black. I would have loved it like a matte black in here. And I think that would have just made it one of my favourite palettes ever. Then, if it just had that little change, it would have made the biggest difference, because these shimmers are stunning. I really love them. They pick up on the brush really easily, they go on the eye lovely, and some of them you can use as toppers, and you can use them to transform each other, and it's just, yeah, it's so pretty. But you can also like pack them on to really be one solid colour. Yeah, just so pretty, really enjoy this palette. Then I've got the Celestial Divinity palette from Pat McGrath. Yeah, I love the shades in here, they're so pretty. There's only like 3 mattes, I don't really use them that much. I just use the shimmers, and I use it as like a companion palette to all, some other matte palettes I have. They're just beautiful, honestly, they just look stunning on the eyes. Again, if you got the palettes that have these and these, no point in you getting it, but I just love the shades in here, and I really enjoy playing with it. It also like I think £70, which is a lot of money, but I mean, if you don't have the money, don't buy it. Like it's not worth it for that. Okay, next I have these kind of single shadows. All these ones here that aren't the round pans are pretty much old Makeup Obsession palette shades that I've repressed. They're from Lover Shade, Warm Up, and You Got This, which are the plasticky kind of palettes I used to have. Well, I might not keep them forever, but I just wanted to keep those shimmers, so I was just like, oh, I don't want to throw these away. And then I have these ones, which are from the Be Crazy About palette from Makeup Obsession, because basically there was about 4 shades in that palette. It's like a palette similar to London's Calling, that kind of size. And yeah, the rest of the shades just weren't that good, but like these 2 shades and those mattes were just so pretty. And I really enjoyed those, so I just decided to keep them, because you can pop them out. And then I have, finally for this row, is the Revolution Patricia Bright palettes. So I have Rich in Colour, really pretty. Shame about the pressed glitters, but apart from that, really lovely shades, really enjoy them. Blues are a little bit finicky sometimes, but overall, I just love this palette, it's really fun, really good fun palette. I've done lots of looks with this, really enjoyed it, really had a good dig into it. Then I also have the Rich in Life, which is the more neutral one, which still does have pops of colour with it, and these like putty shimmers. If you don't like those, obviously these palettes aren't for you, but for me I love these kind of putty shimmers, especially with the NYX glitter glue, and they just go on beautifully. And you can also add a pop of colour with this one as well. It's not just completely neutral, you can add pops. There's lovely depth to it, really enjoy this, and the shimmers are beautiful. Next on to the last section of these organisers for my palettes. I have 2 Anastasia palettes. Again, I got these from TK Maxx. I got the Riviera for £20 and the Alicia Edwards for £25, I think, or the other way around. I can't remember which way around it was. So yeah, this is the Riviera palette. These shimmers are just so pretty, and it's kind of like toned down brights, especially if you're not like that into colour. This would definitely, I think, be a good palette just to try and jump into it. And again, this one, Alicia Edwards, I really like this one as well. I really like the bright colours in here. They work quite well. There's only this DDC shade, which is just getting a bit hard pan. But apart from that, beautiful. Again, really enjoy this palette. Then I've got 2 more Makeup Obsession palettes. These are my favourite ones, honestly. And I think they were maybe a Halloween collection in 2019. And I don't know if they're available anymore. But yeah, I got Creep It Real, which is just so pretty. lovely shimmers, they work really well. I just love the looks I could create out of these ones. And then I have Take It to the Grave, which is just a beautiful grungy kind of colour story. This green and orange are lovely, the yellow, the dark brown, just lovely depth to this. The shimmers again are beautiful. Just really enjoy these little palettes. Okay, then I've got my 50/50 Makeup Autumn palette. This is a brand from the Netherlands, I believe, and it has some really pretty shades, some really grungy shades. So I picked this up and it was like Christmas by the time I received it because it was the pre-order, but I just still used it quite a few times and I want to use it even more. I really like the colours in here, it's really my kind of colour story. I've got the Fenty Beauty Rock and Spice. I got this off a friend for Christmas in 2019, and yeah, I really love it. Love the shimmers in this, they're so pretty and lovely. I sometimes need to dip into another palette to lay down a bit of a lighter shade because they are quite all deep for me, but that's not that difficult for me to do. I don't mind doing that. Okay, and then finally I've got my Beauty Bay palettes. So I have Book of Magic, which is this one here. Love the shimmers. I love their Beauty Bay's shimmer formula, and also the mattes in here are really good. These ones blend quite nicely. So when you use this, it is like intense looks every single time. Like there's no like, except for this one, there's no like really light shimmer. And I really enjoy this palette, and I got it for like £9.50, so can't go wrong with that. Then I have my Sunset Horizon palette, which I love even more. It's like literally a perfect sunset, so yellowy to reddy oranges to purpley blues to like deep colours right at the end, and it just, yeah, it's so pretty. Again, I got this for like £6.50, so you really can't go wrong with these palettes. Even if you don't like them as much, like you can't go wrong. They're just so pretty. And the one that started it all for me for Beauty Bay was the Nikki Tutorials Beauty Bay palette. And again, the shimmers are just absolutely stunning. These ones, the mattes can be a little bit more finicky, especially the blues and the green. However, the red, the orange, pink, that all blends really nicely, and Stasha, and yeah, the browns is literally just the blue, the green, and the light blue here called Plot Twist. Okay, lastly, up on my desk, I've got my other palettes up here. So as you can see, I've got some Kaleidos palettes. So I have the Escape Pod, which is, yeah, just absolutely beautiful. I love this palette so much. Shimmers, lovely. You can do like more neutral kind of look. You can do a more bright, fun look. It's just honestly so pretty. And even having that kind of skin tone shade is really good for me, because if it's like, I want to do colour, but I want to do a bit more softly blended, I can just blend it out with that and it blends so beautifully. Love the quality, yeah, just absolutely amazing quality, and the shimmers are just so transformative and stunning. And then I've got some of the Futurism palettes. So I've got the Side Bronze, and again I got all of this, I think it was on Kaleidos website, and I got the deal just before Christmas that they were having. So yeah, I have this one, and again, beautiful. This red is stunning, this silver is amazing, and this is like a almost like bronzy rose gold. Yeah, just really beautiful. Even though it's a bit more neutral, it's just so pretty. Then I've got the Futurism 5, which is the Electro Turquoise palette. I love this, especially with the orange, pop of orange. I really like that kind of idea of it, especially this shimmer colour has almost like a shift to it that looks yellowy, orangey kind of shift. Love this one. And then finally, I've got the Futurism 6, which is Lunar Lavender. Yeah, so pretty again, lovely colours, lovely shimmers again, like toppery kind of shades more these ones are, but they're still so beautiful. I can't say enough good things about Kaleidos makeup, I really enjoy it. Okay, then I've got one Huda Beauty palette, so this is the Coral Obsessions. I bought this in TK Maxx for £15, really like it, it's just a good little colour story. And I like the poppy yellow, and this bright pink is really nice. The only thing is these two shades are very similar. Again, I wouldn't pay full price for this, but for what I got it for, I really like it. And then I've got some Elf bite-size palettes. I've got Akayu, or whatever it's called. And yeah, this is the only one I don't really like that much. It's just not that great quality. The matte blues work lovely, but this blue shimmer here is just lackluster. This one's good, but this one's just so lackluster. But you know, £3, so not the end of the world. One of my favourite ones is the Hot Jalapeno one, which is just so pretty. Love the mattes, love the shimmers in this one, really pretty. My favourite one is this one, which is the Truffles one, I believe. It's literally just like a smoky eye for £3. Then I've got this Very Bad palette, again really pretty, really matte, some shimmers, just really pretty again. Just some nice different tones in there. And then finally I have Pumpkin Pie, which is more orangey, and again just lovely again, quite neutral. And yeah, I just want to get more and more of these. I really like the quality of these, and they're just so good for travel and things like that, and then finally for up here I've got two 50/50 liquid eyeshadows. So I've got number 5, just like a deeper colour, and number 3, which is a bit more lighter of a gold. Yeah, these are just really pretty, glittery, lovely. And they just look, if I really want to make an eye look really wet and beautiful, these look really good. And I have been enjoying using them. So I was like, yeah. So then I've got this drawer down here, which just has a few extra kind of palettes and makeup and things. And okay, then I've got the Halo Blend palette from Essence. Guess why I got this one? Greens. Pretty much. I love the greens, but they just don't work very well. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this palette for very long, but for now I'll keep it until I decide against it. So I've got my NYX Ultimate Edit. Again, this one is literally just fine. Nothing spectacular, nothing amazing, it's fine. I just never really pick it up. I never think to get this one. It just kind of sits in my drawer a bit. And the ones I really don't like, I'm so pissed I got these. But yeah, they're just a bit, like the quality of these are just not very good. This is Sweet Like Candy, Squeezy. I got these for £3 each or £4 each or something like that. Ocean Blue. Sunshine Makes Me Happy. And Keep It Fresh. Yeah, so just the quality of these aren't that good. I got them because I think, oh yes, little colour stories, try them out in makeup obsession formula because I do like it normally. But yeah, these just really disappointed me. I'm really not the biggest fan of these. Okay, thank you for watching my palette collection video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, leave a like, and maybe leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Bye! Mwah!